What's up, Sagittarius? I mean, not Sagittarius, but you are. What's up, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp? Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp. I am Solo69 and welcome to my channel. So I'm here to bring you your January 2026 monthly reading. Happy New Year's, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp. All right. This reading right here, it may not resonate with all of you, but you can always check back later on and see if anything makes sense to you then, if it does not make sense at this time. You can also check with your other placements as they come up or if they're already up and see what's popping off with those as well. Most of all, I just love it when you chill with me and enjoy the entertainment of it all. All right, so know that I appreciate you all stepping in, especially all the rest of you zodiac signs. Don't let the signs stop you from coming through the door. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm trying to pinpoint it on Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp. Right? But I appreciate every last one of you that comes in and chills with me and shows love and support to me and my channel, and you bringing me while I bring you the message. Thank you so much for all of the above. So, check marks. Questions. All of the above. Somebody can do it all. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into your shuffle and see what's going on with your energy for January. Blackout reading, new beginnings. Hopefully you got something to come in this reading. Let's see what's up. All right. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could have Leo in your chart that's significant. The less you put in the work, the less results you're going to get, and what you're looking for or expecting is not going to even be in your sight to be even looking at it, to be drooling about it, this is like wanting something that you see in the window but not putting in the work to actually get it, but instead you try to steal it. Don't really care for this energy too much. There is we got Taurus energy in Leo once again stepping forward though for you, but there's a masculine energy here that's very, very, very sturdy. Very, very, very solid, stable. They're not to be, ain't no use in trying to come up and be a pushover, trying to push over on them. That's not going to work. You're just going to really hurt yourself because this is a solid person here. All right. There's a strong new beginning here. This is either for you or this is what this person is introducing, maybe. Hey, Peter. Hey, Brandy. Hey, King. 6, 7. No, why? Why, Brandy? Why? That's dumb. Why be like that? Be different. Like 9. Be different, y'all. Why y'all gotta be following stuff? You're weird. It's weird. Anyway, so there's an unhealthiness coming in here towards something new. Something that's not really all that healthy, whether it's to your mind, to your spirit, or to your body. There's some deceit here with someone's health. Someone could be coming towards you and not being honest about their health. You may ask them questions about it. picking up on someone who chooses not to work on something pertaining to their health here. They're not making any moves. This person is something unhealthy here, baby. I don't really like that energy, but this is that's what's coming towards you. It's looking like the Scorpio Sag that I'm reading to is at this time is in their own bubble. Happy go lucky. They could be pretty busy, you know. St. Louis could be significant, or Missouri, just Missouri could be significant. But I'm picking up on the St. Louis Cardinals. This may be someone may be away from home. Someone may be from Missouri, like originally, I guess. Or maybe even possibly whoever I'm talking to that's within the United States, even if you are on the other side of the world at this time, somebody may originate or their bloodline may originate from this area. But right now, they may not be there. Now, also, there could be someone looking for someone in this area. They're not there. All right. Yeah. Somewhere, this is not your home, I'm hearing. So someone may need to know that that's not your final resting spot. Now, I don't know what you're doing there if you're there. I don't know what's going on with that. Personally, there is no need to restore something, to renew something. I'm picking up on the heart is not in it. I'm hearing only you can prevent forest fires, and then denial comes showing itself. So, don't deny what you feel or don't feel. Like if you notice your heart ain't in it, don't overlook that. That's the key to some things that could probably save, time, money, essence, relationships, situations, problems, even probably your life. Especially when dealing with a bunch of damn envy, because whoa, your heart is not in this, and it's a lot of envy in this energy that I'm picking up on, and you need to be focused here on the fact that you may be actually, who am I talking to? I'm finna cut these cards and get into it, but you may actually be a target built out of envy. I don't care for that. Show me the topic and let's get into this message here. Like there could be a lot of unbalanced or imbalanced or just not balanced emotions. People moving off of how they feel and based on emotions here. And this is kind of like a little chaotic. Let's whoa. Okay. Something is hanging by a thread, but something that was actually meant for you to stay away from, that was forbidden, you could have tapped into, messed with, tampered with, something that you was told to stay away from, or something that you should have known better. All right. And this is it's somebody is, oh wait, this is kind of like touching something, not understanding that it's poisonous, and now you're dealing with poison ivy type energy, and you gotta deal with that. But what don't kill you make you stronger, or you fumble, you learn from that. Next time, pay closer attention. It's something that you need to let alone, leave alone, or somebody need to leave you alone, whichever way this is going. But it's definitely looking like being told not to touch something and touching it anyway. So I'm gonna use poison ivy as an example with this. Because I honestly don't know. Something could have, whatever this is, I'm going to be honest, for some of you or whoever needs this message, Scorpio says this could have killed you. This could have took you out. This could have been, it could have broke you in another way. There was no coming back from this type energy. Now that to me, that's hanging by a thread. The fact it's kind of like some life support energy is here, because you still are breathing. You're still, something is up, still going. It may not be going like it was. It may be a little, some nervous, anxious energy around it. This could be terrible though. Could have been worse. That it could have been worse is extreme, but something that is given you were told not to do, or someone was told not to do, was done anyway. Don't touch that door. Don't open that door. Don't pick that up. Somebody went and got it. So this is now you're being called to stop. Okay, let's keep going. Now it's kind of like you put it down before it gets any worse than what let's see. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and understanding. This is for Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp energy for January 2026. Yeah, you doubt it. Okay, you doubt letting it go. You doubt putting this down. Somebody has gotten a warning to where they have almost, baby, you hanging on the plank. You are on the edge of the cliff here. Now, this message may not be for everyone, for sure. But it's not, it's kind of like, okay, playing with it if you want. You already been told not to do something. And right now you hanging by a thread. All right, let's get into it. For Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp, please show me the message. What is it that they need to know? Hear and understand at this time. Something is not funny. This ain't funny. Hey, Earthling, you need to realize something. And this shit ain't a joke. Let me see what just fell off. Not surrendering what you need to. You finna, okay, somebody is about to. It's like something is about to be left with no choice. Left with no choice. But like when you open your eyes and you looking at an angel looking at you like, coming for to carry you home. You don't say nothing. Because this is kind of like out of your hands. Okay, you doubt it? All right. So this message is, let's get it. You're not going to be doing what you think you want to do here. But do whatever you think you want to do by not surrendering to this all day long, because in a minute, this is almost like forcing someone down on their knees. Like, you got to bow. You got to stop. You got to do this. You got to do that. This is like when God's hand being on something. And when God's hand is on it, who can take it off? Who can remove God's hand? Action is okay. Thinking that something is going to come towards you to help you get out of a past situation or heal from some shit in the past, this is all like wrong. I feel like I'm talking to a person that's moving swiftly, that's thinking that they're not going to get caught. Let me see. Overly emotional, not because they don't want to accept something for what it is. All right? And keep the faith. Something is over, something is over. And somebody thinking that they got to do something by themselves, but you're not. You don't. You're not, and you don't. You're not by yourself, nor are you doing something alone. Now, but this is like not accepting, unacceptable. It's a lot of overly emotional, stimulated energy here. Not trying to laugh, but the giggles may come and go. So, this is over, I don't know, this is over emotional now. This person, this is not funny. And I said that already. This is somebody's realizing something and it's not funny. Instead, this is like over, like having a hard time controlling these emotions. This person could be lashing out, or you need to be careful not to lash out. Somebody thought they was going to heal something and it's not healing. Instead, it's like I don't know, this somebody's being made to see something or put in their place. This is, God's hand is on this. And I just can't see nothing when God got their hand, like his hand on your shoulder or on you, like you try to get out of that. I don't see it, you know. But you're not alone. This is like, stop fighting something that God told you not to do or to do. There is some cloudy. Hold on. Okay. There is something here that's being revealed, but the way that it's being revealed is through a cloud. Like it's kind of like how the moon, how you see the moon through the cloud, but it's so much clouds in the sky, so many of them in the sky, that it's hard. You kind of gotta wait on the opening for you to be able to see the moon. But you know that the moon is there because when you do see it, it's super clear, super pretty, super shiny. You know, but it's something. It's a secret here, but it's something that's going to be revealed. This is divine wisdom. That's the cool thing about even that, and you know, that example, because well, man, I don't know, men create clouds nowadays. mm-hmm. But in a way that you normally everything above the sky, I mean above the trees, that's naturally made, is made with God. God made those things, the stars. But nowadays it's satellites and all types of stuff up there. So I don't know what to say about this. But divine wisdom is being uncovered, like the moon that's being uncovered through a cloud. And somebody has been missing the messages, like missing the moon, not really catching it. Like, well, I don't see no moon, and you're like, I just saw it. You need to look at, just stare it right there. Just look. Here come an opening, and this person looked down right before the opening, and look up, and the moon gone. Like, I thought you didn't see it. I just quit. You know, so somebody's missing something by. It's given like seconds or an inch, or it's not by much. So it's undivided attention is being needed here, or this is what you're being called to do. Make sure that you pay undivided attention to something, so the things could be, what needs to be revealed to you could actually be revealed to you. It's giving me heavenly signs as well that someone has been overlooking. This is you, Scorpio, Sag. Communication is here. A lot of bad communication, though. This is not good. Not good. Not good. A lot of talking, but nothing good. Ugh. Why not? Because there's no spirit here. Like godly spirit, Holy Spirit. This is door the spirit is closed. But they free to do what they will, to move what they will, but they don't get victory here. Shining on that. Like they can't shine this type of light. It's dim. It's like a different type of, the Holy Spirit's light is not within this. But it's something about them having no love, no mercy, moving off of a cloud of clout, and forcing something to not be over with. And then, like, honestly, somebody was, like, intuition was talking to them, and this person wasn't even being true to it. Like, they was ignoring their intuition, telling them, like, that's not a good idea. This was a lot of negative speaking here. So somebody's putting some type of relationship here to rest, realizing that there was no, it wasn't real, like a real, like if it was a friendship, this wasn't a real friend, type energy. Not saying that's the case, but just using it as a quick example. Somebody's tears, though. Like straight up. Silence and tears is here. Somebody's tears, a promise to free. Give you the wisdom, but do you take heed to it? Give you the knowledge of something, but do you learn it? Do you actually learn what to do? This is like showing you stuff and like, no, just somebody didn't have no love for it, and instead they spewed dishonesty over it, showering it with love. It's like instead, I don't know, this was fake, false love, fake stuff. I don't know. You could have dealt with someone here that was really, really coming at you in this type of way. And, from what I'm seeing, though, like, somebody was told not to do something. And they're expecting them to heal out of this. And I don't see that. This person is being put down in a way that God's hand is ain't nobody gonna be able to get God's hand off of this person. If this is you, it's or if this is not you, because I feel like there's a witness here, and I'm honestly, when it feels like it's a lesson that goes both ways, but one person may be learning the lesson too late, because it's kind of like another person is being taught the same lesson, almost like that movie, that movie with the Wayans brother on there. I forgot the name of it, but the football movie, when they signed the contract and stuff, and how one person was being tapped out while somebody else was coming in, but the lesson was still being taught. This is kind of, don't make don't make mistakes, like learn from your mistakes energy, or from the other person's mistakes, for that matter. Or know what, do this accordingly this way, or do this way. And, I don't know. I just got tongue twisted to death. My bad. Hey, Enchanted. Yeah, somebody's not feeling so good. They're not. But the connection is gone. And it's like, I don't know if this person thinks, don't think they'll be forgiven, or like, apology is needed, or I don't know what I'm really picking up on. But somebody is like, somebody was doing something anyway that was unhealthy, and they were told not to do it. And it's kind of like this person was doing in their mind, I'm gonna do what I want to do. They kind of doubted divine hands being put on in this situation. I'm fine, Enchanted. Thanks for showing up. But it's like this person did, it's something about them being inexperienced to paying attention to the signs. And right now it's kind of like they hanging by a thread, but and God's hand is on them, but it's showing me with God's hand on them while they're hanging by a thread right now. It's kind of like God allowing this person to feel a little bit of some heat, scary, like a scare tactic or some shit of some sort, so they can learn from something. It's a lesson here and it's because God can release His hand and this person could fall. Because honestly, the way I saw that, yeah, God could release His hand, like just like how Mufasa did Simba. Mufasa. Well, Scar did Mufasa, you know. But the way God is like doing this is almost like save, got His hand on somebody to keep them more so from like showing them that no, you cannot do what you think you want to do, you know. But somebody was on that I do what I want energy here. And thinking that they were going to heal with that type of energy from things that they have already dealt with in the past. But it's like, no, everything comes to a halt, and they're at this position of lingering by a thread and being made to surrender to the Most High instead of feeling like they can do what they want. It's right showing, yeah, because it's like they thought they didn't have to, but they being put in a placement to where they have no choice but to surrender to the Most High. This is all about surrendering to the Most High, because the Most High was the one in charge of this. Whatever this was, and somebody was told, don't do this, don't go there, don't do that. It was a forbidden door here. Somebody was told not to touch. It was a grave mistake if you do. And they getting a taste of that grief, because it could have been so much worse. Could have been worse. So they're getting a taste of the grief. This is an unhealthy situation, and somebody wants to be free from it. It's a lot of wisdom that could come out of it if you choose to learn. This is the storm is here. Even if you don't see, you right in the midst of it, right in the eye of it. Storm is here. Yep, you right in the stillness of the storm. Actually, the storm comes to clear your path, but puts you in a position of where you're in the middle as it clears the path, it helps you through. You're joining forces with the storm. That's neat. That's neat. It's like you become one with the storm. But honestly, the storm is protecting you as you clearing your way through at the same time, and moving shit out the way. But it's protecting you because you're right in the eye of it, the center. As long as you continue to walk accordingly, you're not gonna, because you can walk too fast and walk too slow and get thrown the fuck around, But as long as you're moving accordingly, you're right. You're moving. It's like a guide, and it's moving stuff out the way. You just walk. Just take a step, and even if you may see the stuff flying because you like, damn, you seen a cow twirl around you and damn, moo, and a couple of other things. But at the end of the day, you're safe as long as you move accordingly, because you become forces with this storm. Interesting. Storm is here. And it ain't pretty at all. Boy, it's turning some shit up. But you are in the eye of it. Don't forget. So you're being untouched as long as you walk with it. You are the storm. Look at that like that. Motherfucking X-Men. Male or female. That's crazy. And that's where but there's your abundance though, because you're remaining grounded and you become one with it. That that I can picture that. It would be really neat if that's what if this type of stuff happened. But it really is. It's an invisible tornado going on around you. It's invisible now, but you're walking with it. You're walking with it. So it's some shit getting ripped up around you, torn to shreds around you. And you're safe as long as you stay within and move accordingly. You're in the eye of it. Now, you may even see the things happening around you. Whoever needs this part of the message. Remain devoted. Move accordingly. All this other, shit that's going on around you. That ain't, even if it was your coffee table you just seen. even if it was, let that motherfucker fly. Let it go. Stay, keep your word on your moves. Move accordingly. Oath is here. Even if things is getting scattered and moving out of control around you. You see, your friend try to jump in and, hey, help! And they try, but it look like they more so can yank your ass out. If that was meant for them to be in there with you, they would already be walking along with you in it. Just move accordingly. We can't save people. Not trying to be funny, but this is not your position to move against God's hand. But God put you in a safe spot. So if you're in that safe spot, you stay safe. I'm pretty sure other people had the opportunity to be in that safe spot as well. So keep your word and your devotion to the things that's going, you may see some stuff and you want to grab your coffee table. You may see your dog. I don't know. I just seen Zeke and thought about that. Because, oh my God, I might want to reach out and grab Zeke. But Zeke should have been next to me in the first damn place. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of hectic. That's what I'm saying. It can get like that. It may be some things you want to reach out and grab, but you're going against God's hand. If you do that, you might mess some stuff up. So keep your word and remain devoted. Even if you see some things are flying around you it's not for you to be worried about those things. God gave everybody chances and times to clean, get a backpack and all that. So you worry about them, trying to help others see things clear. Guess what they can do? Be unsuccessful for you. Bring not trying to be funny. People, you can't make nobody listen. You just can't. So you can't also worry about if they left behind. If they, put that mask on before you get sick. I ain't gonna get sick. Next thing you know, my throat itching. So, nah, get away from me. Thought you said you ain't gonna get sick. But what you ain't gonna do is get me sick. Said put that mask on. You didn't listen. Noah, he was yelling too. Nobody was listening to him. Somebody's name could be Noah. Male or female energy here. That's a pretty name to me. For a girl, it's pretty. Anyway, for a dude, it's nice too, but it's cute for a girl to me. But somebody, not knowing, not healing, not learning, and that means kind of like not knowing when to pay attention to certain things. You can't worry about these people. it doesn't change the outcome, especially if they don't want to learn. They ain't worried. And you can't be looking for ways of being appreciated in places that people don't want to. You know, you ain't gonna get that. You know, not so sure about that. You know, and you got people who cower out on showing love when are giving, saying, speaking homage, giving, you know, salutes, you know, giving respect where it's due in any sort. So you hold on to it if they can't. Don't let that be don't let that put you in a position of disrespecting them any less than they look at you either. I didn't have to play the bigger person for a long time, for years, with people that should have been teaching me how to be the bigger person. You know, I learned from them not being the bigger person and seeing their position. And I decided to be the bigger person just to keep that relationship, knowing their position. And this is kind of like how I'm speaking, thinking about the father that raised me. I said I really wasn't going to try to bring up people, but I ain't saying his name. But some people do know who he is. And, you know, for the most part, yeah, I mean, I learned how to be the bigger person by being the bigger person between me and his situations, because he was get real stubborn, very strong Tauran energy, you know, and his stubbornness would lock him up to where he didn't know how to show that side. So I would be the first one to make, you know, even if I wasn't wrong, I still would be the first one to speak on being apologetic. I just wanted to fix it, you know? And sometimes it's about being that bigger person. But some people, you know, they stick on their side. Message is coming through. Okay, and it may seem like a strength or a prideful thing, but actually it's a low-key weakness. Because, I don't know. I'm not trying to be saying it in a jacked up way, but I kind of saw that in that man that raised me. You know, I saw that as a weakness, because I was like, you are the type that act like you don't fear nothing. And like you can't, like nothing could ever tear you down. Like you grow from a tree that can, I don't know where the fuck that tree root come from. But it was like the little things like pride and stuff that to me made me see a broken spirit more so than a broken person. Strong as fuck. But it was some weaknesses I peeped game on. And I learned a lot about, you know, not saying it in a bad way. But that's why I say learn from your mothers and fathers' mistakes and their accomplishments. Because we don't get a guidebook as parents. And ain't no parent 100% perfect. So for that matter, you know, instead of me holding it over, it's other things I can hold over his head. I rather, you know what I'm saying? But him being that being him, I just acknowledge it, and you know, I learned from it. That was one of my lessons. Things. There is something here. It's time that somebody got some type of wisdom here that's coming in from the universal energy, not me, but it's being mirrored. This divine wisdom and revealed. This is a miracle that's happening on time. I'm seeing the number 313. I'm about to read it. Give me a second. Where's my book? Okay. 313 says, emerge from the cave and let your light be seen. You are here to learn and to teach. And so there was a message here with that. It's a miracle that's coming through in time for someone. This was divine wisdom, like I say, being mirrored um, from a teacher. It's independent. Okay, or whatever. All right, so that was what the card said. I'm just going to keep on going. Let's get the message. Any other messages for Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusp? What should they do about this scenario or situation that's showing up in their life? It's time for a change, and this is about spiritual growth here. And you can't expect to be receiving. You got to learn to do some things on your own. You know, you can be taught certain lessons, but every lesson is every single thing that you go out and do. It's just like having a parent, like parents, and looking back and depending on them, and they can't do shit. What can they do? They somewhere else. Matter of fact, they probably on vacation, wondering why you calling. but just saying, for some, maybe not all, but at the same time, some things somebody may have to learn to do. Say, learn how to survive, because I'm not gonna be here all the time. I can't be here all the time. Type energy. So you cannot depend on just looking me up every 5 minutes, because what's this? Somebody could be going through some training, or even like learning experience about something, like getting on board to something before they I don't know, this, because that's giving me like, yeah, I'm teaching you, but I'm not going to be here forever to teach you. So some things you're going to have to do on your own, or even maybe even teach yourself to do on your own, because I'm not going to be available all the time. And, just because we got all this electronical stuff going on in the world, technology and everything, doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it goes back to starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Some things collapse. So for the most part, somebody is like, it's about you, and picking up that inner strength from the inside out. Don't forget what you was taught. Whether you feel like it was a good way of teaching, if you don't feel like that was, it's just like me saying, I loved chicken and dumplings growing up. I just hated the way it was cooked in the house. So every time I was in the kitchen, I was taking my time picking it out, because it's like he threw the whole chicken in the damn pot, and it just looked so gross. But that's what it looked like, the whole chicken. It might have been in pieces, but that bitch was all in there. So I'm trying to look for the little eggs, the little dumplings, fuck all that other stuff. And I was like, when I make my chicken and dumplings, it's going to taste so good, and it's going to be pretty. And yes, I made sure of that, so it's kind of like one of them things to where, you do it on your own. Like I didn't, you know, so I don't know. It's something here. It's a lot of things that make you could have done on your own but didn't. It's kind of like being revealed at this time, that was like, it's kind of like giving devalued energy, like you didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't think you were capable of doing it alone. When you ain't got no choice but to do something by yourself, you best believe, well, I don't know, you're gonna either handle it, or you're gonna fold. It's fight or flight. You gonna handle it, or you gonna fold. You know what I'm saying? And me, I ain't gonna fold. It's gonna get handled. So when you are a person, I'm a avenger person, I guess you could say. I'm a little fighter when it comes down to stuff, because when you've been through so much, you know how to handle some certain things that come up against you. Just, I ain't gonna lie, getting back in, because it took me a minute to come out of fight or flight, and sometimes, who knows, something may trigger it a little bit, but I handle it well. I'm pretty sure, because I ain't got no problems, no flaws, or nothing, since I feel like I done came out of fight or flight. But what I can say is that feeling of, jumping on and getting on board and getting, it's kind of hard not to, because one thing about fight or flight, you jump on guard pretty quick. Stay ready. So I don't know, but it's like dealing with somebody who's trying to pull you back into some things. Or somebody may money could be a thing here. Somebody may say something to you about, money or helping you with money here that may try to get you on board to something here. It looks like it's because they may feel like it's hard, like you ain't gonna get on no other way, you know. And I don't know what this is, but they're not really being honest about that part. This is just to get you. Yeah, this is being blocked. Your services, and feeling some type of way. You're in the storm, baby. You can't talk to these people. You're literally in the middle of the damn storm right now. What kind of conversation could they even give you in this moment while you're in the middle of this tornado? And when I say you're in the middle of it, keep in mind you're safe. You're walking with it. So how they trying to even converse with you on the other side of that? They shit getting ripped up. Hold on. You're like Metatron is here literally. God's hand is here. You're looking, shit, you probably would. I ain't gonna lie, this ain't a funny matter, but that is something worth laughing at. I just ain't got around to laughing yet to it, because apparently God found humor in that. That ain't funny. Hold on. Like, somebody's choices was accepted out of love and their growth. Somebody else that's not healing, that's because they chose not to catch the knowledge. And they actually thought they said they doubted God. This is, look, only thing I can really say about this is that, when God says something, you know, I don't know. And it's almost like God is finding humor in this situation. It ain't funny because how dare you challenge me in my hand? Not me, y'all, but God's hand. God's hand. Like his hand is a promise. And once he put his hands down on something, that's it. And it's almost like somebody didn't believe in that, and now you're being shown it firsthand, literally. I don't think it's much more for me to say about this reading. Is there anything else that Scorpio Sagittarius needs to know before I leave and close this out? Because it's getting a little hot. Somebody may be taking some type of medicine or detox or something as well, picking that up. Okay. Somebody need to work on their healing. You need to work on your healing. This person need to work on their healing. They need to work because this, like, losing straight connection with ancestors, people that's being helping guide you through something as well. You be getting ripped up, you're trying to reach out to this person that's in the middle of this tornado that's y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting ripped up. Remember I said that it's almost like somebody else's hand coming in like, help me. But what if they try to pull you out? You can't be messing around with that. You can't get in the middle of this ass whooping. This is an ass whooping. And it's not your spot. Your spot is in God's, in the eye of that storm right now with God. God, I feel like you walking with God. Honestly, I feel like the tornado and all that. I feel like that's God turning some shit apart. God's hand is on something. And right now, but you walking, you in motion. Because a tornado is not going to be still. It's movement today. So some shit getting ripped up. And whatever you see coming around in this tornado, swirling around you, don't try to grab it. Leave that shit where it's at. For real. Your strategy is, I just gave it to you. This door is not open for everybody. You're already inside. Yeah, it's not whatever anybody try to climb over, jump in, leap, try to convince you to come out, open the door, whatever. It's safe. It's no way. It's almost like at this point now, soundproof is coming. You can't hear the screams, you can't hear the yells. It's not meant for you to be a part of that. You can keep moving accordingly. Anybody else that's don't worry about them trying to jump in. Don't worry about them trying to stop you. If it looks like they running up to attack, don't worry about none of that. You literally are in the middle of the storm. They could, try to make it look like they can come up against a storm, because clearly these people been thinking the whole time they coming up against you when they've been coming up against God the whole time. This guilt, let that shit go. You have no part with that. That you shouldn't have no meaning, no relationship with guilt right now. None. It's not for you. That's just projection. It's almost like, being in hell, listening to the cries and people crying, wondering why they're there, even seeing people that look innocent. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what we do. They do. We do, all of us, whatever. But the Father knows. But we can roll up on them and not know what the hell they did and try to help them. And this just may be their time to get it from something else that they may have gotten away with as well. Maybe they didn't really do nothing. They're just getting swept up in the storm. Maybe they did something that they got away with. That's what my daddy that raised me used to tell me when he used to beat my ass for when I didn't really do shit. He told me maybe it was something I did that I got away with it. Even though I didn't get away with shit, even the shit that I didn't do. But okay, maybe this is one of them times to say that. Maybe this is like you say, they dig a hole deep for you and they fall in it. But some people, they be digging holes and you wonder how the fuck they getting away with this stuff and they so wrong, and I ain't did shit, but I done fell in now because they ain't through digging the hole. They swept away may be different from the next person's when they get in this tornado. Don't save them. You can't. They don't want to be saved no way, because if they did, they would already be walking with you once again. While you in the eye of the storm, no love. Raphael say no. Okay, nah, these people have not been honest. They ain't on your journey with you. They're not. This is all about the money to them. So let them fly away, baby. The tornado is sweeping them, okay? I'm going to go ahead and end this message, man. I feel like that's it. I'm still going to shuffle my way out, but I definitely feel like that's the message. Yeah, you hold on to your money for sure. Don't feel bad about it either. Okay, you can't help somebody. You can't help these people. You can't help whatever this is. You hold on to what you got? Like I said, you may even see your own shit run across. Don't reach out for it. You hold on to what you got right now. Don't worry about reaching out for nothing else. And be patient. The future is here for you, because when that storm is over and everything clear up, what's looking like it's chaos to everybody else may be a whole nother miracle in disguise in a magical city or place for you. You are being put safely and soundly where you are needing to be. Okay? Don't worry about what's going on around you. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. Thank y'all for chilling with me and listening to the message. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining in. I'll holler at y'all later, all right? Deuces.